All right, we're here at BrickFair New Jersey, and I'm joined by Kevin Hinkle, and we are going to talk to him and see what we can learn about the LEGO community team. So, we'll start off. What is your name?
Yeah, that's a trick question. Yes, it is still Kevin Hinkle from when you just said it. Thank you.
Okay, things could change.
Good.
What is your quest?
To catch every Pokemon.
How many Pokemon are there these days?
That's a great question. I believe rumored to be 718 right now.
Okay, I'll take your word on it because I certainly don't know. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
I would like to phone a friend.
Okay.
What's your phone number?
You don't have my phone number, Kevin. I'm hurt.
I don't. Can I take a check? Can I rain check?
Okay, fine.
Rain check.
Next event we're at, I expect an answer.
Yes, that's fair.
So your title is Senior Community Coordinator. What does that mean? What do you do?
Yes. So I am responsible for managing the relationship between the LEGO brand and the AFOL, the adult fan of LEGO community, for the North, Central, and South American markets in the world. Senior means I'm old.
You've been doing this for too long, basically.
Over 3 years now at this point.
Yeah, I remember when you first joined the team.
Yes, and I remember you too.
So what are some of the programs that you support on the CEE team?
We have a total of 5 support programs. We have the RLUG support program, and RLUG stands for Recognized LEGO User Group. We have the RLUG Event Support Program. We have the RLUG Project Support Program. We have the LEGO Lug Bulk Program, and we have AFOL Convention Support. And I help in some way, shape, or form with all 5 of those for this area of the world, North and South America. And all of those, actually, we just recently released the documentation for all 5 of the support programs, including the full program details and the application to apply on our Ambassador Network website.
Okay, so what is the LEGO Ambassador Network? It's like you knew that question was coming.
Yes. The LEGO Ambassador Network is actually a new structured approach with supporting the AFOL community. So we previously had the LEGO Ambassador program, something that's been operating for many years, and we decided that it needed kind of a fresh of breath air, if you will. So we decided to kind of take it back to the drawing board and look at what we needed to do. So we have relaunched a brand new network, is what we're calling it, a LEGO Ambassador Network, to kind of emphasize that the community can network with each other. Lugs can reach out to other lugs through a LEGO-hosted platform. There's a website, which is lan.lego.com, which is live right now, and it's publicly accessible and viewable. And each lug can now become recognized. So they become a recognized LEGO user group as long as they meet our criteria, which is posted to the frequently asked questions tab on the LAN site. Once they become recognized, they can get an ambassador. So they'll have a lug ambassador that will have access to one more tab on that site, which is hidden behind login, invite only, and they will have access to a forum. So the Ambassador Network is essentially an online platform, but it's also a new structured approach to supporting the community as a whole.
So you mentioned the LEGO Ambassador program that the network replaces, and kind of the emphasis to talk about community. What were some of the other reasons that there was a change from the program to the network?
So, one of the things that we wanted to do was kind of focus it a little bit more. So with the previous program, we would notice, especially within the forum, that sometimes discussions could linger very long. They could go in a multitude of different directions. And we wanted to really do our best to focus discussion into a singular message that we could bring into the organization. So with the network, we thought we could try out what we are calling work groups. So in the forum, we could have specific work group discussions about specific topics with a deliverable that we could bring to the organization, whatever that may be. So we decided, how can we focus this? How can we restructure? How can we essentially rewrite it into a way that we can bring some really tangible action items into the company and really kind of focus the community in a way so that their message can get in. So that was definitely another major reason. And of course, growth. the community continues to grow exponentially every year, and our team is doing what we can to streamline our operation and kind of get our house in order so that we can do our best job in sustainably supporting the community. So it's also to help us really kind of streamline our work as well as part of the community team.
Right. Anything that can make your job easier, it can make it better and easier for you to support the rest of the community.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So you mentioned some of the support programs that you guys work on. What are some of the changes now that we've moved from the program to the network that we're going to be seeing with those programs?
I think the major change is how transparent they are, how publicly accessible they are now. In the past, with the different ways of communicating with the lugs, with the community, maybe through email, maybe through the ambassador program, through forums, through lugs speaking with other lugs, I think there's been some confusion into what programs are really out there, what does LEGO run, how does it run, what's the criteria, how do you apply, what do you get, and so a major change is we've decided to rewrite the 5 programs we operate and make them truly publicly accessible and viewable. All 5 of them are currently posted online to the Ambassador Network site under the Frequently Asked Questions tab, where it comes appropriately in each question. That's the major change. The major change is just truly making sure the information is easy to find and easy to understand. And so that way groups don't need to have a fear of secrecy or we can't share this or we shouldn't or what's the proper way. It's there. I think that's the major change. Some of the kind of more practical, what's being offered, there's a couple minor changes in that. We tend to do that year over year. We'll re-examine our business from the last year and say, what worked, what didn't work, what can we add, what can we remove. There's some more of that. We tend to do that every year. But I think truly the major difference is just making it more visible to everyone, not just the ambassadors, not just the lugs, but just publicly being available.
Good, yeah, and I think that'll help clear up some of the confusion that might have been there in their past. So not making any promises or giving anything away, but what type of support programs would you like to see your team offer to the community in the future?
It's a good question. I think with the programs we have now, I think we do a really good service in trying to cater to almost any desire that an AFL would have. Whether it's an individual building need or a group building need or support for an event. I think we do a fairly good job at covering all the bases. I'm actually kind of excited to see what feedback we can get after this launch to see if there's something else we can offer. I don't really know if there is. There may be, there may not be, but I'm curious to know if there isn't something we're offering right now. I'd like to hear from the community on what they would like. So I don't think I have a lot of wish list items left. I think we're really covering a lot of the individual interests and needs of the community. So I think with the relaunch, with the Ambassador Network, with the programs being publicly accessible, I'm interested to see what feedback we get from that to see if there is something else we can pilot or try. Me personally, I don't know. I think my needs are covered.
Yeah, and we know certainly the fan community will be vocal and let you know if there's anything wrong or anything missing.
I would hope so.
So what can the FOL Fan of LEGO community do to help out the CE team with this relaunch and moving forward?
I think helping us continue to make it visible. I think it would be very helpful. We continue to spread the message of the Ambassador Network, the site. The site's very, very important. I've actually said it a lot of times this weekend here at the event. Is that site, take a look at it, read through everything that's on it. There's a lot of information on there right now. We've got a lot of features with the site. We have a lug map on the site as well. So as ambassadors register, they can put their group on a map so you can actually see where the recognized LEGO user groups are in the world. We will be migrating our blog that we've been operating on WordPress. We'll be migrating that over to it as well so you can see what we're doing, how we're getting along outside in our travels. But what would really help is to continue to just share the message with other fans, with other groups, that this exists, that there is this network, there's a site to go to, there's something to reference. Of course, we will always be available for questions. You can always email me, you can call me, you guys know that. But, it would really help to just continue to share this announcement, these news, these documentations with anyone that maybe have an interest in it.
Okay, I'll make sure we put a big banner like right about here with a link to the website. Okay.
Bigger than the mask. Nah, we're not gonna do that. That's terrible.
So what is the best part of working with the fan community?
I think what's really rewarding for me is when I get to go to an event and I get to see a really incredible build, something that just absolutely blows me away. And I do see a fair amount of builds. I see a lot of truly incredible things, a lot of mosaics, castles, cities, robotics. I mean, anything. Of course, bionicle construction, lovely, lovely things. And when I see something that just blows me away, and I talk to the builder about it, what are some of the features, feel free to show me, if it comes apart, if it's modular or whatever. And it's really rewarding when they share, hey, this was possibly because of a support program you operate. Like maybe I got these pieces through the Lugboat program. Maybe this was part of an event that we had project support for, or in some way or shape or form, even if it was a small part, we helped them create that. That's very rewarding to me. I love it. And it still surprises me today. I think I kind of almost forget sometimes how many things we do offer. And so I go, oh wow, I didn't realize that we helped you make this happen. But that's the being able to help the community build bigger and build better and just truly help stimulate their hobby is very rewarding. So I would say that's probably the best part of it.
Cool, yeah, and there's definitely some great builds here at BrickFair New Jersey that I'm sure are in part due to the support you guys offer.
Thank you.
So you talked about the growth of the community, exponential growth. How else do you see the community changing in the future?
That's a good question. I think I foresee more conventions. I think definitely here in the North American market. We're here at BrickFair. There's also lots of other events, BrickWorld, BrickCon. And I think we'll continue to see more of those in the U.S. especially. I think Canada will start to see some growth, which should be good. I see more growth on the horizon. I see more events on the horizon. I think I see more lugs on the horizon. I think with some of this information we've shared on recognizing groups and what are these programs, I think that will do a pretty good job in fueling even more growth into the community. I'm kind of interested to see where it'll go from there. If it will truly inspire groups to start or help them, or if we kind of stay level, I don't know. I don't know what will happen, but I'm interested to see. But I think growth seems to be an ongoing result, and I think we'll see more events. Outside of that, I'm kind of interested. I'm kind of in kind of a fog to see what comes out of this. What is the result of the work we've done in some of our relaunches and stuff? Will that have an impact? I hope so, but I don't know yet.
Yeah, I hope so too, and I think there's definitely a lot of great potential with the new Ambassador Network. So any final thoughts you'd like to share with our viewers on BZPower?
I follow the site. I followed it for a long time. I really appreciate all the support that the not just BZPower but the entire construction community. I think you guys are probably very excited with recent announcements we've made. I've definitely kept you guys in mind. So just continue to inspire those around you. I think it's the things you guys bring and the things you're building. Your activity online is just very inspiring. So just keep up the great work. You and your whole staff and your moderation staff on the site, it's a great site. I still visit it every day. You're on my list, so I go through right after some of the other big players. But keep it up, and I hope that you guys are truly excited for what's to come, especially in the new Bionicle line.
Yep, I think we're definitely excited. So thanks so much for this opportunity, and thanks for all the support you and your team provide to this community.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.